are going to be getting into a debate. We got some NBA things coming up. So, first things first, here's the intro. All right. What's going on, man? I know I stumbled at first in the intro, but hey, man, like I said, I'm going at it unscripted. But here it is, man. Check it out. We're gonna be talking about some NBA today. We're gonna get into some topics, right? We're gonna get into some trending things as it pertains to the NBA, right? I probably said that twice, but who cares, man? Who gives a F, right? So first things first, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Let's talk about it. What's been going on? What's been going on? Right? LeBron, the LeBron James scoring tracker for him to be the all-time NBA points leader. Yes, sir. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen here pretty effing soon. I'm telling you, right? LeBron is eventually going to be the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. Man, he's only 316 points behind the second player uh, to reach 38,000 points. Right? It is going down. It's gonna happen. LeBron's gonna do it. He's gonna it's not even anything to debate at this point. Like for real. Like what is there to debate? He's gonna have it. And what will it mean? What will it mean? I mean, for me, I think it definitely pushes him in the argument to be the GOAT. I mean, that's for some of you guys who still want to debate that. I mean, my stance is a little bit different, but you know what? I'm gonna save that for another video. Because I don't want to give all my good, all my good details all in one video. I'm gonna try to break it up. So but let me know in the comment section what you guys think. What does this mean for LeBron's career? For him to have this record under his belt. Because only one person can have this record. Only one person can lead the NBA in scoring. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. And he's gonna do it on, he's gonna do it with the Los Angeles Lakers. Unfortunately, they're not really in the best situation to compete or to even look at them as a playoff contending team. But with that being said, man, I'm not looking at it that way. I'm not looking at the Lakers to do anything, at least not until after the All-Star break. They still have a chance to at least be competitive. At the best, at the bare minimum. And it all falls down to what are they gonna do when they reach the trade deadline. We've heard so many different things. We've heard so many different trade rumors and suggestions and mock trades and all that jazz and all that good stuff, right? But we don't know what's actually going to happen. We don't know what Rob Pelinka and what Jeannie Buss ultimately want to do. So it really just comes down to that. We've heard Lakers, they don't want to give up the draft picks, and they might be thinking of riding out the season and going along with the roster they have now. And let's be honest, this isn't cut for it. Whatever they got going on with this franchise and the Lakers, it is not cut out to win a championship. Bottom line. So it's like, what are you doing? And I mean, I don't blame Jeannie Buss for wanting to keep those draft picks, but you never know, man. You could draft a bust. But when you have superstars on your team, you have guys that can play on your team now, you have to put yourself in a position to win at that moment. Put yourself in a, you got to gamble on these things, man. All right, so we got a guess. I'm gonna add them up on the screen. What's going on? What's going on? Can you hear me? Probably don't got his mic, but hey, I'm gonna just continue. until
Yo, hey, yo, what's going on, man? What's going on, Cash?
what's up, bro? What's going on? I'm
Hey,
here.
man, you already know we got Cash up in this bitch, man. You know, the best streamer out here. Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I wouldn't say I'm the best, but I'm working towards it.
Hey, man,
I'm trying.
you know what I mean? You got entertainment, good NBA takes. The only thing you got to chill out on is LeBron, but, everything else, it's
Mm.
the NBA knowledge, man. High NBA knowledge.
Nah, hey, man. So I was just talking about the LeBron scoring tracker, and with all the hate that you got towards this man, give me your opinion on LeBron. Him being close to breaking this record. Like he's only 316 points away. Like, what do you think? What do you think this means for him to break this record?
It means a lot, man, and, you know, I don't like longevity stats. I just don't. But this is one that you have to appreciate because, as a wise man said, the best ability is availability. And, for him to get those many points, for him to rack up those many points, if you're an NBA GM, you want a guy who's not going to miss games, you know? Because if you look at some of these players, Anthony Davis, even my man Joel Embiid have injury history, and that makes them, that makes them less appreciable because they're injured in the playoffs. They're injured in big moments. You'll rarely see LeBron James get injured in big moments. The only time I can recall LeBron James's injury having a negative impact for the team was when he first got to LA back in 2019 when he got injured and then they missed the playoffs because of that. That's the only time I can remember LeBron James being injured and it affecting the team in a negative way,
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan, dick riders, they're gonna say, "Oh, he never played 82 games, right?" But bro, come on now, man. We don't need people playing all 82 games. LeBron James has played over 75 games.
Yeah.
Many times, and that's good.
He's played
enough,
most
bro.
of the
That's great
season for
enough.
sure. Like he's played enough of the season to, and not only that, and during those late years, he did his second run with Cleveland, he played all 82 games.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did it once, which is still crazy because all 82, in the modern sports world, man, these athletes are taking so good care of their bodies, So yeah, man. Yeah, I'll give this one to LeBron. You know what I mean? I don't want to give the man credit, but I'll give this one to LeBron. Yeah, this is gonna be a good achievement for him. But it doesn't mean that when I think of LeBron James, I think Miami Heat LeBron James. So this is good for his greatness, but the issue I have is people are gonna use this stat to say that he's better than Michael Jordan. And Cash, this is where I really need you to listen to what I have to say, fam, because the only way LeBron James could be better than Michael Jordan is if LeBron James Miami Heat was better than Michael Jordan. Because I don't care about all these, legacy stats. It was Miami Heat 2013 LeBron James better than 92 Michael Jordan. Because I'm taking both these players at their best and I'm comparing them. And I can't say that he is. 92 LeBron James is better than 2013 LeBron James, even though 2013 LeBron James is 10 times better than the LeBron James we're seeing now, which is a testament to his greatness because LeBron James right now is still a top 10 player.
Well, so you agree that LeBron is a top 10 player right now?
Yes. You have to be stupid to not say he's a top 10 player. Honestly, yeah, he's probably going up in the top 10. I originally had him at 10. But now that we're halfway in the season, I might have to put him at 8 or 7 even. And that brings me to my next point. LeBron James is better than Giannis is right now. Honestly, I think Giannis is falling off, bro. I don't even think I'm tripping to say that. Giannis is the best defender in the league, but he's fallen off a cliff, bro. Giannis is gonna get exposed this season, and that's gonna be a really hot take.
Mm,
and you gonna rip on me for saying that, bro. But I think Giannis is definitely gonna fall off a cliff this season. He's done, bro. I'm watching these games, Pat,
mm-hmm.
and I'm just early to the bus. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna eventually come to this conclusion, bro. But I'm telling you, Giannis has fallen off a cliff.
Mm. Fall off a cliff. All right,
Yeah, bro.
now you on something, bro. Now you tripping, bro. I mean, here's my thing. I would definitely say, I guess, like right now at this moment, LeBron is playing better. But I mean, with that being said, the Bucks are still a high seeding team in the East right now. I think the way teams with playoff experience, teams with championship experience, right now they're playing a longevity game. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there is some cause to pause on what's going with the Bucks in terms of offensive efficiency. Chris Middleton, and we got to even throw in there though too. Chris Middleton is only played 15 games this year. You get what I'm saying? So really, the team hasn't been healthy. We're having Drew Holiday put up over 70 points back to back. You know what I mean? In total. You
Yeah.
feel me? So this is not something they can't depend on right now. You got Drew Holiday as the leading scorer. Not to mention, but Drew Holiday is a good player. I rock with Drew. But here's the thing. I feel like we can't really have that take. First of all, it's blasphemous for you to even say he fell off a cliff. Feel me? Because he's still averaging like 31 points in the season. So he's still top 5 in scoring. So I don't see how you could even say he's falling off a cliff. And I believe he's top 5 in rebounds also. And then you have already mentioned defense. Feel me? So that's where that's where you kind of contradict yourself, or maybe you're not looking at the bigger picture. But I mean,
I mean,
I can give you right now, like, All-Star break is coming up. There's a lot of things to consider. So I mean, as far as how well, how serious we can take the Bucks in terms of if they're going to win a championship. I mean, we can all say that they are a championship team. But I mean, bro, for me, I wait till, I mean, right now it's football. You feel me? Right now it's NFL. NFL playoffs is going on right now. When the All-Star break passes, that's when you're gonna start to hear, like, you're gonna hear a lot more conviction on what I think about these teams. Because as of right now, I mean, players like the teams that's on top of the seeding, they're playing well right now. They got a good push. They're able to get their chemistry off and running at an early start. Just remember, Boston Celtics, they went to the finals and they didn't have a great record in the first half of the season. The second half of the season, they ramped it up, and then they were a playoff. They were in the finals. You know what I'm saying? So, in 82 game span, that's a lot of games to be playing. A lot of these guys are putting a lot of strain on their bodies with all the aggressiveness and the way they're playing. That even despite how health has gotten really better, but with the exception of LeBron James, he's really one of the players to actually keep himself healthy for the majority of his career. You feel me? And I know I didn't talk about your whole your points thing about the longevity thing, but we could talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, man. But I do agree. Like, LeBron is playing like a top 10 player, for sure. But obviously his team isn't top 10, so it really just comes down to him just breaking these points. That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really to kind of even say at this point about the Lakers, because I can't really take them serious um, until they make a trade, because they got to make a trade. And this is what I was saying prior to you even getting on, is they got to, like, the front office has to be aggressive. They got to make a move, because when you have superstar talent, you have to capitalize on that. You have to, you get what I'm saying? You can't always bet, you're going to get, that type of talent every single year. Like, you can have great players, you can have above average players or good players, but you're not going to always have, you're not going to always have superstar talent every single time. You get what I'm saying? So,
yeah, but what trade do you propose? Because you can't trade Russ anymore. Do you want to trade Russ at this point? I don't think you should. You should keep Russ, I feel like.
It's good money. No, as far as what's good with Russ, honestly, I mean, I would give up Russ, depending on what you get back
Yeah.
for him though. You feel me? Because even though Russell Westbrook is playing well as a six man, I feel like you could get a lot more with him because of the way he's playing. Like, but his mentality, the way I've seen him play on the court, still he doesn't mentally, and during the ending quarters of a game, like it's just not there with him, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like Russell Westbrook doesn't have the mind. He doesn't have championship aspirations in the last second of the game. And what I mean by that, I'm not trying to like go hard at Buddy and says he's not trying to win the game, but obviously he doesn't make the right decisions, and that comes to him turning over the ball. He's one of the leading turnover. He has damn near the record for the most turnovers per season, along with Magic. You know what I'm saying? But he can still play well. He still plays. He's still playing really good right now. So I say trade him off, depending on what you get. I'm still high on that Miles Turner and Buddy Hield trade, to be honest with you. And I'm even hearing some things with Zach LaVine trying to push his way towards LA. You know what I mean? But that really,
if Zach LaVine,
I'd rather get.
He's definitely not come to the Lakers, so that's a very low possibility. Somewhat
Why
realistic.
you say that?
Because what happened to Zach LaVine?
Hey, bro, you gotta fix your mic, dog. Where you at, man?
Is it bad?
Yeah,
Man, give me a
yeah, it's like horrible. Come on, man. You gotta get it together.
Get you that blue Yeti. But yeah, bro. I mean, when it comes to the Laker trades, I actually think Zach LaVine's the most realistic. Because if I were you guys, I want to do Buddy Hield and Miles Turner for Russ, because you would have to give up your 2 picks. And do you want to give up those 2 picks? I mean, if you give up those 2 picks, they could do it. But
I would do it. Why not?
Zach LaVine might be better than Miles Turner and Buddy Hield, though, honestly, because Russ is better than Buddy Hield and Miles Turner right now.
But here's what first off, because here's what I'm getting though, right? And I'm about to drop some knowledge on you though. This is not the right category I need.
Is LeBron ready to play point guard again? I don't know if he wants to play point guard, bro. I think he likes Russ as like a ball handler. I'm serious, bro. I don't think he's like point guard Bron, bro. That was a fun thing to watch back in 2020. Was he trying to do that again, bro? Because, bro, that shit was hard to do. When I was watching that, like, LeBron James was dribbling like Steph Curry and like LeBron James and like Steph Curry, James Harden. He was taking those ball handling responsibilities, but now he's a power forward again. He's even a center.
I'm trying to. Okay, all right. Here it is. All right. So here's something that I actually stumbled across recently, is that Buddy Hield is second to Klay Thompson in terms of most points for catch and shoot. All right, so Buddy Hield is 8.6, and mind you, he's playing with Tyrese Halliburton too. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who leads the league in assists. So, and we all know LeBron is like one of the best passers to have ever played the game. Not the best passer. I'm not giving him that, but I'm just saying one of the best passers in the game. And I think we can agree on that. And then also look at his 3-point percentage, shooting 43% off of 3-pointers. Right? And then and then we can also tap into Miles Turner. But from what I understand though too, obviously he's he can block the ball very well. He gets boards, and I think he's an average scorer. He's averaging like 17 points this year. Last I checked, I know he was playing well, and it wasn't that far. I just can't think of the numbers off the top of my head. But those I can give you 2 factors on why getting Buddy Hield and Miles Turner would complement this team. And I understand maybe those draft picks wouldn't suffice. But I mean, for me, I'm looking at it like, those draft picks, you don't know what those draft picks are going to be. And especially with the type of franchise you are in the Lakers, you're always going to have the cachet, the money to be able to sign free agents, man. You know, you can always make moves. Sometimes you can get players and then trade for those players and then get some draft picks back. You know, you never know. You just gotta have somebody competent enough to understand what this game is like. Look what Brooklyn did. They did one of the worst one of the worst trades in NBA history, trading for the Celtics big three, basically for their entire draft capital. They could have had Jason Tatum. They could have had Jaylen Brown. When you really think about it. But now they have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. You get what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm saying it's not. The fact of the matter is, it's possible. You feel me? And then you never know with those draft picks. You can still draft a bust. Not all first round draft picks are superstar players or all-star players. But right now, they have superstar players on their team. What was the point of signing LeBron on a 3-year deal? You know, if you weren't gonna be aggressive and try to compete for a championship. Why sign him to a 3-year deal and then keep 2027 and 2029 draft picks? Because that's all you have. You gave up everybody else. You traded for Russ. You gave up everything when you traded for Russ. So it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? You know, and this is, if you see an opportunity, you see a window where you can be competitive, Anthony Davis, and you can't deny that Anthony Davis has been playing well this year. Even despite the injuries, Anthony Davis has been playing really well.
How y'all
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we can hear you. Talk real quick.
Yo. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
Yeah, you good.
All right.
Man, having
What you gotta say about this, AK?
Oh, he got out again. Damn, man, what's good with this guy, man? Man, live in Beverly Hills, can't get good Wi-Fi.
Don't kill me, bro.
Bruh, I've got cleaners at my place, so I can't be there.
Where you at?
In the parking lot.
The parking lot, bro. Why don't you go at least in the street where your signal would be better?
You can hear me, I can hear you.
Nah, bro, it's choppy, bro. It's cutting off. You gotta remember, it's people listening, so they have to be able to hear you clearly.
Damn. Let me.
Yeah, let me I'm gonna just take you off real quick, and then just drive up.
Yeah. Let's get your signal right. That's all it is. But yeah, bro.
But yeah, man. So that's the reason why I would trade for those. I would make that move. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it is an aggressive take, but I mean, and let me ask you this to finish off my conclusion. What's the possibilities those picks would be superstar talent?
Nah, they're not gonna be superstar talent, bro. You can't bank on that shit. Like, you guys have to use those draft picks right now. But this is what I'm thinking. Pat, I think you're undervaluing the importance of a secondary playmaker. And if you look at all of LeBron's championship teams, Pat, he's had a secondary playmaker. Dwayne Wade could move the rock. Even though he was more of a scorer, he could move the rock. Kyrie is a very underrated passer. The man averages like 7-6 dimes. Rajon Rondo on the Lakers. Who's the secondary playmaker? If you remove Russ, I don't think you have one. So I think you need to keep Russ just because of that. He's giving you dimes, and I think Russ is really, put in work in the offseason, and he's 3 times better than he was last year. I think you keep Russ, but I think you use those draft picks to maybe make a smaller move. Like, maybe if you can move, I don't know, like Lonnie Walker for like a better shooter. Like, I don't know, I don't want to fuck up the salaries, but what if you say scratch Miles Turner, let me move Lonnie Walker and 2 of my picks to get a player like a Buddy Hield. I don't know if the salaries work, but you get what I'm saying. I feel like you know.
So you're saying that you prefer getting Zach LaVine over?
Yes, Zach LaVine can play make. He's actually like he can pass the rock. Zach, like you don't want Buddy Hield or Miles Turner, bro. I'm telling you, push for Zach. If you can get Zach LaVine, because you're getting a better player than Westbrook is with Zach LaVine, and no one's denying that. But Miles Turner,
but Westbrook
Buddy
gets
Hield,
more money though, so you would still have to match their salaries.
yeah, and that's hard to do because he's getting 47 million. Damn, you got a trade finder, bro. Yo, this is why Cash is the best streamer out here, bro. This guy put up the trade finder, bro. You know, legitimizing the facts.
Hold on, you could probably try to get Alex Caruso again.
Yeah, bro. Go for it, bro.
Because LeBron did play well with Alex Caruso.
Because I think the Bulls.
Yeah, actually,
I also think this is a likely trade because the Bulls aren't going nowhere. They should blow it up right now while like people are demanding in the trade market, because the trade market's going to be crazy this offseason. We haven't seen this many contenders in NBA history, bro. There's about fucking like 10 teams that can contend. Like, would you like be surprised if I told you like a team like the fucking a team like the Mavericks could win the fucking championship? No, you wouldn't be surprised. Luka's that guy. But a team like the fucking Grizzlies could also win the championship, you know? It's just crazy, bro. The league's actually exciting, bro. Which means I think the Bulls and the Wizards are going to be in the trade market. They're going to be big sellers, the Bulls and the Wizards. So maybe you guys want a Bradley Beal.
But yeah, that would depend though. You feel me? That depends on whether he would want to even come to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, I know that his trade restriction just got lifted, so he's able to get traded. But that's really up to him if he wants to get traded.
Or you guys could get a Porzingis and a Kuzma. Get Kuzma back, you know?
Kuzma and Porzingis.
Hey,
I
man,
think he would be.
why
I think he would be available for free agency though. I don't think they should. I think they should sign him. I don't think they should trade back for him. That would be dumb. Because you gave him up, you traded him away, and then you're trading back for him. Like, you know, especially if you're giving up picks. That's where I would disagree. Like, you give up picks for players you never had before, but don't give up picks for players you drafted.
Who's averaging a cool 21? Probably the coolest 21 I've seen in a while, bro.
Nah, Kuzma is definitely. I mean, but I was one of those players that was high on Kuzma since the beginning. You know, yeah, he didn't play well, you know, in the coming years, but I feel like, you know, with any third player, any like, you know, any player that's like third when it comes to scoring on a LeBron team, they're gonna take a hit. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to really be able to establish yourself on a decent footing every night as a scorer if you're the third option on a LeBron team. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, even with the Lakers, you know, like he prioritized, you know, getting Anthony Davis the ball and for him to establish, you know, his game and get going. Not really establish his game, but you get what I'm saying. He was, you know, getting his game off. You know, and for Kyle Kuzma, he's a volume shooter, so. He's not a guy who's he can shoot, but he's not a knockdown shooter. He's not a catch and shoot type of guy. You know, he's somebody that kind of gets his own shot going. So it's just like, and that's why LeBron likes playing with veteran players, because, you know, it from a sense, it's like kind of like for a player to kind of establish his game. Like, you know, now he's able to really focus in on his strength. And then he would be an asset now, because obviously LeBron, he needs guys that can at least be able to knock it down, be able to knock something down, knock some type of three.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But that's not on him though. He's not the reason why. You know, Kuzma got traded. That was just people kind of pushing that narrative online and saying, oh, LeBron's gonna trade Kuzma and this and all that, and then, you know, people, you know, they just capitalized on letting him go. They gave him up for Russell Westbrook, and I just didn't see the point in giving up Kuzma. And like, I get the whole thing about, you know, why people fell into the thing about trading for Russell Westbrook. And honestly, I was one of those people. I was like saying, hey, it could work. I wasn't ecstatic about it. Like, I wasn't looking at it like, oh man, this team is going to be insane. Like, I was just like, it could be a good team. We never know. We got to see it for itself, because we've seen, you know, great teams assemble, and that first year off, you know, things don't come off as good as they hope. You know, that first year in Miami, even though they were a really good team, they didn't things didn't work out the way it was supposed to. And a big part of that was LeBron though in the finals. Biggest hit right there though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, man. But I think the Wizards, the Bulls, man, like they're gonna be selling, bro. The Pacers, they're a weird ass team, bro. Because are the Pacers are like the 5 seed, bro. So I don't know if they're trying to do Tyrese Halliburton right and put him in a winning situation, which would be a good change in things in the NBA. Or I don't know if they should use this opportunity and trade, bro. I don't know if Miles Turner and Buddy Hield might go anywhere, bro. They might just run it with this team and see how it, fucking goes in the playoffs. Try it out. Why not?
No, I hear you. Hey, so let me ask you this: who's your MVP right now?
Joel Embiid by far, and it's actually getting frustrating because if you look at it, he's first in defensive win shares, and he's second in scoring, averaging 33 points per game. So my theory is that 1 + 1 = MVP. I mean, like I think that's hard to argue, man.
So you're giving him a lot of props, man. You know what's crazy? I remember I did talk about Joel Embiid before this. I said he could probably win MVP. He can be in the running for it. Now, right now, I think it's Jokic. I think it is Jokic right now. At least as number one. You feel me? Pushing that argument for MVP, especially what he's been doing recently. I think yesterday he just had like a 30 point triple double. I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Against the Trailblazers. Right. So, and I'm not one of those people. Okay, like as of right now, the race is still running, and it's not like you can't deny a guy number one spot. Because he won it so many times, or won it the past 2 years, and hasn't progressed in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I can't knock it there, because he is number one. But for me personally, I guess like, especially since Luka has been out the past couple games, and he had some bad games here and there, like not really bad games, but some games he wasn't really playing that. He scored like in the 20, and he just scored like 20 points or something like that. But fact of the matter is, Jokic has been playing really well recently. Been playing most of the games. Luka is out right now, and it's really between Jason Tatum and Jokic, if I'm not mistaken. That's the biggest pushers, and Embiid is third in the race right now, because Jason Tatum just dropped 51 points, bro, and they're the best team in the league. You feel what I'm saying?
JT's cold, bro. No denying that. But I'm not gonna fall into this trap of Jokic, because the issue I have with Jokic.
Trust me, bro. I'm still on my stance, so that's not going anywhere.
Yeah. The issue I have with Jokic, man, is I was actually thinking about this. He does a lot of things right, but I don't know if it's gonna work in the playoffs, because with Embiid, you just give the ball and you get out the way. Embiid is a scorer, and he's a much better scorer than Jokic is. Jokic is a playmaker, and he gets a lot of praise for that. But Embiid doesn't need to play make. That's why you have Harden on the team, right? So, and Embiid's defense is so much better.
But hold on, let me ask you this though, and this is just for speculation, and I want to just hear your. So
Jokic
what would you say?
Sweat. That's what he is. He's a sweat. He plays every game. He's a try hard, bro. But it doesn't work.
Hold on. No, that's just.
He's just sweaty, bro. That's all he is. He's not good. You're telling me. Okay,
but what would you say? Hold on, bro.
Yes,
hold on.
Listen, my fault.
I'm saying, what do you say to people who say he's a more efficient scorer than Embiid?
What I say to that is.
I have a good rebuttal to it, but I'm asking you, like if somebody were to say that, what would you think? What would you say?
Yeah, I would say Jokic only takes high percentage shots, where Embiid's forcing more difficult shit. But the issue is those high percentage shots aren't going to be available in the playoffs. If you look at Jokic's threes, they're wide open threes, bro. Embiid, like, he's shooting people in people's eyes. Jokic is battling people in the post. And a lot of fouls are called. We know that in the playoffs, the refs are more reluctant to blow their whistle because they're going to let games get more gritty. That's just how playoffs work. So, yes, Jokic is a
Yo,
more efficient scorer, but he takes
Yep.
less shots and he takes twice as much shots.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, bro.
What's up, bro? You good now?
Hi.
You got your shit together?
Of course I did, and I can't.
Ah, this man sound like he on a Nokia phone now.
Hey, bro, just say what you gotta say, AK.
He can't.
I clipped the, when Pat said that. Yeah, I clipped that, and I'm rip every single time because that's the fact. You never
What? What did I say? That was a fact.
that Jokic is MVP.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I got you. He's leading it right now. But you know where I
Yeah.
stand on Jokic though. You leaning on that? You know that's not what I'm talking about here. I don't care about that. I don't care if he wins MVP. You know I don't care. You know I don't care about that.
What I'm
hey
saying
man, Jokic
is
MVP
that
case as good as his mic.
Huh?
what I'm saying, averaging like 22, 27, and 9.8. He triple doubled with the and field goal percentage. Player in the league.
Hey, bro, you still choppy, bro.
Choppy like chopsticks.
All right, man. Cause I know he was gonna kind of like keep
Choppy
pushing.
like Chop Chop from Skylanders.
But here's something that I wanted to show you though, bro. That was actually gonna be interesting, and that was really going back to the question that I had asked you. So check this out, right? Highest percentage in the season with while averaging 30 points per game. So Karl Malone is leading with 31 points, 56%. Michael Jordan is number 3, right? With 53%. I really thought they hold them out the other guys. They should have had them on there, but they just put some guys that we're familiar with. And then Embiid is actually top 5 with 33 points, 53% shooting. In Giannis this year is averaging 31 points off of 52% shooting. And got to got to give some props to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander though too. This year he's shooting 50% off 30% shooting.
Yeah, Shea's cold, bro. Bro, if Shea does this in the playoffs or in the play-in tournament, I really hope he gets in the play-in tournament, bro. Personally, I would prefer to see him over the Lakers, and that might sound like hating, but I just really think Shea's game.
I feel you. I mean, I wouldn't hate on that.
Yeah, bro. Like, I just feel like Shea's game's interesting, bro. Like it's very jittery, but he's quick at the same time. Like he has a crazy quick first step, like. His quick first step reminds me of Harden back like in the day, when he was Mohawk James Harden back in 2014, when he was catching bodies, right? But his dribble style makes him completely different than James Harden. It's very saucy, bro. It's very glitchy. You know what I mean? And his step backs are just a different type of step back. It's hard to explain it, bro. Maybe I'll be able to explain it more in time. But he's very different than anything I've ever seen before. And in terms of a guard, bro, I think he has a lot of potential. I'm not going to buy a stock too early because the issue with NBA today is we give these new players like undeserved credit. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I have to say LaMelo Ball is better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because even though he's from Toronto and I love this guy, I love his mentality. LaMelo Ball. In the play-in tournament, I saw him get 28 points, LaMelo Ball is averaging 24. So LaMelo Ball is more proven than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't really that proven. We can't
I mean, he's playing better than LaMelo has ever played in the league so far. I gotta give him that. And he's actually in a better position to be in the playoffs. LaMelo Ball, like I'm not one of those guys that's too against LaMelo Ball. He's still a young player. He's still establishing himself, but I think Shai Shaq Gill has the kind of bit of a step over LaMelo Ball. I wouldn't really compare him. I wouldn't even know who I would even compare him to. Like, let me look at his draft year. When did he get drafted?
Shea's leading the league in game winners too. There's a lot to say about Shea, but I need to see it one more time in the playoffs, bro. And as long as I see what he's doing, I'll give him the credit.
Mm,
Like that's like I'm not hating on Shea, but as soon as I see him do it as the
mm,
best player on his team,
mm,
boom, he gets the credit right away. He moves up, like he skyrockets over people. But I
mm,
just need to see him do it. You know what I
mm.
mean?
Yeah.
Same with Tyrese Halliburton, bro. People need to get off his dick. Tyrese Halliburton's never been in the playoffs, bro. It's
Uh,
actually pissing. Tyrese Halliburton's a way bigger offender than Shea. Shea
mm,
was actually in the playoffs with Chris P with CP3 back in 2020.
mm,
For those of you who don't remember, but he was like he was the second option, even the third option. Like he was as good as Dennis Schroeder back was in the day. Like let's not lie to ourselves. Tyrese
mm.
Halliburton, he's never been in the playoffs, bro. People need to get off his dick. Actually cheesing me. What has he proven?
I mean, but he's a young guy, bro. He has game, and then he was on the Kings though. Remember, he was playing alongside De'Aaron Fox, and there was a reason why they traded him away. It's because it wasn't going to work out between De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton. Clearly, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like we're watching it now. This is his first year on another team with the Indiana Pacers, and he's leading assists right now. You sound like a hater, bro.
I don't care. I don't care, bro. If he does it in the playoffs, I'll give him credit, but he hasn't even been there.
I mean, there's a lot of now you want to worry about the playoffs. Now the playoffs matter to you.
Yeah, man, the playoffs always
when the playoffs matter to you, bro?
playoffs always matter to me, bro. And James Harden's actually leading the league in assists. Just a correction there.
Oh, he's leading the league in assists now.
Yeah. He's been doing it, but
when
he was injured, so they might not qualify him. But as soon as he plays a couple more games, he'll be qualified. So
because how much is he average right now?
He averaged 11.
Oh, 11? Okay, yeah, then he would lead the league in assists. I mean, hey, bro, but still, averaging 10 assists a year, being number 2 in assists, that's still top 5, and being number 2 at that is still impressive.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And he can shoot. He's averaging 20 points this year off of 39% shooting. I think that's good. And 48% shooting from the field, and then nearly two steals per game. So I think that's a good point guard, in my opinion. I have him on the Lakers. Oh, but yeah, check this out though. This is the 2018 draft year. He actually got drafted alongside Luka, the same draft class as Luka, Trae Young, and DeAndre Ayton and all that.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't know he was the 11th pick, but he played in Kentucky, so obviously he was a good player. He was a big name, alongside Miles Bridges. Was in there. Michael Porter Jr., Devontae DiVincenzo, Lonnie Walker too. Lonnie Walker was on this. Anthony Simons, Landry Shamet, Robert Williams III, Devontae Graham, Mitchell Robinson, Gary Trent Jr. This is a good draft class. Jared Vanderbilt, Bruce Brown. I mean, there's like DeAnthony Milton. This is actually a good draft class in my opinion. And then obviously you got Luka, Trae Young, Jaren Jackson Jr. Like these are a lot of good players on here, man. Kyle Bridges. Sure. Like clearly, like the Suns are gonna be beating themselves up though for drafting DeAndre Ayton over Luka.
For sure, Pat. And can I say something about this draft class just really, really quick? I'm not a fan of his in any way, but Trae Young, he's a top 5 point guard, bro. People gotta stop it. Ja Morant's not better than Trae Young. People gotta stop it. The ranking, it goes Luka 1, Steph Curry 2, or you can have Steph 1. I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I'm gonna give Luka the slight nod.
But you can't include Ja in this class because he's not drafted with him.
No, but I'm just saying in terms of
you're talking
overall point guards. Yeah, okay. Overall point guards. Then you have to put Kyrie 3, Dame 4, and then Trae Young's the clear 5. That's the only you can switch it up if you want to, but John Morant's not better than any of those five. So people gotta like cool down with the hype. Um, the Memphis Grizzlies might do something this year because of Dylan Brooks and Jaren Jackson Jr., who are elite at what they do. Jaren Jackson's one of the best defenders. Dylan Brooks is one of the best 3-and-D options.
Mm.
So, but John Morant, like we gotta cool down on the hype train. I understand he's dunking on people, but that's gotta cool down on the hype train. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
Not
I mean,
trying to be a hater.
I mean, it's really when it comes to statistically, uh, I think they're really in the same ballpark. I don't think one really necessarily has a big of an edge over the other. John Morant is averaging 27 points. You know, and John Morant is averaging 7 assists, and he's averaging more rebounds. I know Trae Young is shooting or averaging nine assists in his game, which is just two off from John Morant. And then when it comes to shooting, Trae Young hasn't really shot well this year neither. I'm looking at it, he shot 33%. John Morant is shooting 32% from the field. And from the field, uh, Trae Young is shooting 42% compared to compared to John Morant's 46%. So I don't think it's really clear to say, when it comes down to individually who's better than the other. But I think most people are going to lean towards John Morant is because the position that John Morant is in, and he's a big factor on why this team is able to win right now and be competitive.
It's all hype, bro. It's all because of the flashy dunks.
Nah, bro, he's averaging 27 points per game, bro. I don't think it's hype, bro. I think he's having a good year. I feel like if he could shoot a little bit better from the field, like at least get that 3-point percentage higher, and that maybe he could shoot around 35%, 36, 37%, and his field goals maybe get it down to get it up to 47 per 48, get his field goals a little bit better, try to shoot better efficiently. And my thing about it is, man, hey, it could go far. I gave you guys my opinion on the Grizzlies. I think they can go far. I think they have the grit. I think out of the young teams, that they're probably one of the next young teams to come up because of their cohesion and how well they play together and the players that they have together. So I think Grizzlies is one of those teams that can do some damage. Okay, you good now, man? Let's do a mic check, bro. All
Yo.
right, we can hear you now.
Bet you Kawhi and PG handle Grizzlies in 6 games.
Say again?
Bet-
The Clippers.
Yeah. Let's not forget about them. Let's not forget about the Pelicans. Let's not forget about the Nuggets or the Mavericks. That's 4 teams right there. I'm not trying to hate on the Grizzlies, but in a playoff atmosphere, we need to recognize that some teams are just clearly better, bro. The Grizzlies aren't like that.
I mean, I would deny that. I mean, based off what we've seen, I think they have a very good chance. Especially what we've seen when they played against the Warriors last year. That I remember, John Morant missed some of those games in the playoffs. So really, we didn't see that head-to-head matchup that we had liked to see every single game. If we had seen every single game and then they lost the way that they lost, I would have had a different conversation. I would look at it differently. I would be like, maybe they're just not it to beat that team yet. But even then, you still gotta be able to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're right though. There is a lot. There is competition out in the West. I feel like it's very, it's not really, cold cut and clear who's gonna really lead the West when it comes down to the final standings. I think with the Nuggets, they're just trying to get on ahead of the seedings right now, and then once it gets to the All-Star break, we'll start to see things kick off from there. But right now the Pelicans, they're obviously Zion and Brandon Ingram. They've been out for some time, especially Brandon Ingram. Right? I don't even know if he returned yet. But then Zion is out for a little bit. But I think really what matters is to kind of just see him in the playoffs. I would love to. I would love to see Zion in the playoffs this year because I know he's going to do some damage. So I do agree with you there. Kind of see that matchup. But I mean, hey, we're gonna see but they're still top 3 in the seedings, if I'm not mistaken. So clearly, they're one of the teams to beat. You know what I mean?
Amen, for sure.
So until hey, AK, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah. Tell me if it breaks up again for me.
All right, nah, I think it's good now. It sounds great.
Right.
Yeah.
We all know who's going to the finals. Like, let's not fool ourselves. Jokic is having. Well, once again, he comes up on the top. Third year in a row, he's unanimously an MVP, the best player in the league, and he's just 0.2 away in assists away from having a triple double, from averaging a triple double. If you can tell me that's impressive and not MVP material, I don't know what to say. He basically needs just averaging like 12 assists for the next 2 games, and he'll have a triple double.
Okay, but I say, you know what? You know what I say about that?
What?
Who cares? I mean, nah, it's gonna be a tremendous leap, bro. Obviously, this is just gonna be stack on top of his resume. But like I said, bro, and I keep reiterating that to you, there's no cold cut, clear path for the Denver Nuggets to go straight to the finals, bro. That's where we disagree. You're high and strong on your team, but I'm still not there yet. Because when we start to see playoff basketball come around and we start to see these teams really come together, first off, the trade deadline isn't here yet. So once that locks in, then we can start to really evaluate these teams as they are. But I'll give it to you though. The Nuggets, they are the best team. They are the best team in the West right now. So we do got to give it to. We do got to give it to the Nuggets. But bro, the Memphis Grizzlies are 30-13. They're 1 game behind. So it's and they're on a 10-game win streak, by the way.
Yeah, they're sweaties. Both the Nuggets and the Grizzlies are the sweatiest team in the NBA, bro. The Nuggets are less sweaty than the Grizzlies because of Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Because those guys are actually like shooters, and in the playoffs, shooters are important. Mm-hmm. But the Grizzlies are all sweaties, bro.
I mean, but what about Desmond Bane? What about I like Desmond Bane. I rock with him as a player. And I think Jaren Jackson though too. He's a phenomenal player, bro. He's averaging like 3 rebounds. 3 blocks a game.
Desmond Bane's nice. Dylan Brooks is nice, but they don't have They're too short on star power. It has nothing to do with them. They're very nice, and Dylan Brooks Desmond Bane as a third option is great because he is a true third option. But is Ja Morant, like, how good are we ranking Ja Morant as a first option? He's competing. Here are the other team's first options: Jokic, Kawhi, Zion. Ja Morant's not better than Zion. I don't care. He's just not. So those are guys right there. He's gonna have to outperform those guys.
I mean, but you trying to make it seem like it comes down necessarily to Ja Morant. I mean, there's going to be times where Ja Morant is going to have to come up clutch, as the guy for his team. But I think the foundation of the Memphis Grizzlies isn't necessarily come down to Ja Morant's hands or on his shoulders. Like the Grizzlies are just built as a really good. They're a really good team that's built together. They have chemistry. If you get what I'm saying. I know I kind of got my words together, but I think the chemistry that they have and the players that they have right now, I think it meshes well. You feel me? So the fact that we have like I think for somebody like even with him leading the league in blocks, he's averaging. He would be the leader in blocks right now. And then Desmond Bain averaging 21 points, Jaren Jackson 16 points, Dylan Brooks 16 points, Tyus Young 10 points, Brandon Clark 10 points. Like this is a well built team, and they can defend. So, hey, you're trying to you're trying to look at this point guard and be like, oh, you know, he has to play against all these other players. Nah, man, you thinking too deep into it, bro. Remember, this is a team game.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I forgot to
Yo.
mention Golden State. Steph. That's one more. Like Steph Curry.
What's up, Batcher? Yeah, hey, see, he said Steph Curry
Yeah.
better than all of them.
Yeah, and that's not. Yeah, my fault for getting him, Batcher. I ain't gonna lie. Steph Curry, he's top 3 player. Like,
I mean, yeah, clearly. I mean, for me,
you see that new arm sleeve? You see that new arm sleeve? Yo,
Oh,
this shit's
Steph
hard
Curry?
as hell. Yeah, might have to pull that up, fam.
But,
Look like a super villain with that arm sleeve.
Let me see. I'll check it out.
He actually looked like a super villain with that arm sleeve, bro. He looked like fucking. Imagine calling him Winter Soldier because you know Winter Soldier had that robotic arm. Yeah, bro.
Nah,
It's actually, bro. It's actually one of the toughest things I actually might have seen in the last decade, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because it goes all the way up to his shoulder, bro. You know, he should just wear that. You know, make wearing arm sleeves okay again at LA Fitness.
Man, I think you're able to. I think those have been there. I can't really find the ones that you're talking about though. You probably have to bring up the picture or a link.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's go with this man. All right, though. Hold up. Oh, by the way, I needed to show you something though too, because I know you brought up something. I know you brought up something. You were saying like, you know, you were talking about LeBron and him playing like Miami, and you were boasting up Miami and all that. So I actually had something a little bit special for you, bro. Oh, give me 1 second. I already showed Artem, so I don't even gotta. No, this is mine. Come on now. I'm trying to bring up. Oh, no, I can't bring it up. Hold up. Okay, here it is. Boom. See that?
Damn.
Yeah.
There's 2 issues with this photo though.
What?
It's propaganda, and let me tell you why. Where's
Okay.
the 3-point percentage? Where's the defensive win shares?
Nah, I hear you. No, I
defensive
got you. I got you. Though.
Yeah.
I feel you. But continue.
Yeah, bro. Like, let's not do this, bro. I don't wanna. Doing this is actually, I think, harmful for LeBron's legacy because people need to understand that Miami Heat was a top.
Hold on. He asked how tall I am. I'm 6'2", bro. I can touch rim, but I can't dunk. Like I can't jump high enough to get the ball like just over and dunk. But I could definitely touch rim though. But if I did like maybe like 6 months of like vertical training, I could definitely dunk, man. I just got to get my body used to it. But I just answered that. But my fault, bro. Continue.
Yeah, man. Like LeBron James in Miami Heat, he was a top 3 player, bro. This Laker LeBron James, he's a top 10 in the current NBA, but he's not top 50 all time. Like, let's not get it twisted. LeBron James is having a great season, and it shows his longevity and it shows how good he takes care of his body. But when we're talking about all-time ranking, people need to pay attention to LeBron in a Heat uniform. If people are pointing out LeBron in a Laker uniform, I just think you're doing something wrong. Even a Cavalier uniform, Cavalier uniform isn't top 3 LeBron James.
But you know, LeBron didn't really particularly shoot all that well from the 3 when he was on Miami. When he was on the Miami Heat too, but he wasn't known as a shooter. Like I feel like his time when he started to shoot better was his second run with the Cavs, and a little like that championship year when he was playing on that championship year with the Lakers. But remember, LeBron is not a shooter, so like he's a finisher. Really, like he can shoot, but it's not like he's not really like he's not really supposed to be shooting like 7 to 10 3-pointers a game unless he's really knocking it down. You know what I mean? But that year, yeah, you're right. That year, those 2 years when he was MVP, though, he was like that second year, that second MVP in 2012, 2013, he shot 40% from three that year.
Pat, yo, this is actually something I will say, fam. And
But you can't hold on, and then
yeah,
also you cannot deny, and you cannot deny that what he's doing right now, he's still playing at the level, at the capability of his MVP year. Because remember, 2011, 2012 is the year he won MVP.
yeah, bro.
Batcher, he added something. He said, "Bro lost to Dirk." Now we know that's the biggest hit of his career. That one though is definitely um, one that you can hold to LeBron. Like that's
Yo, what
by
about
far the
Dwight
biggest
Howard
hit.
though? What he lost to Dwight Howard though?
I mean, that was. I mean, yeah, but that was his first year. That was his first run on the Cavs. And that Miami, that Magic team, now Orlando Magic team. I mean, that wasn't a shit team, bro. That was a good team. And Dwight Howard was playing at the peak of his career that at that time. And there was a lot of stuff going on. But I mean, I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying like that in that series, Orlando Magic played. They played better. They played better in that series. And arguably, you can arguably say they were a better team than the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers just had the best player in the series, which was Braun. And remember, he left Cleveland because of they just weren't built to win long term. They weren't investing into LeBron. They weren't being aggressive from a GM perspective, making moves. Like we could argue to this day if he was on the Cleveland Cavaliers, if he had stood out, who's to say when he would have won a championship? I'm not saying more than likely he could have, but at the end of the day, like we don't give LeBron the benefit of the doubt when you don't have the competent front office to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Because originally players don't have a say in roster decisions, in the ability to really back then to go out and about and switch teams and link up and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Jerry Krause, the GM, he was about to break up that team when they didn't need to. You feel me? Like he broke up that team when he didn't need to. So then, Michael Jordan had threatened to retire because he said he can only play for Phil Jackson. LeBron hasn't had the liberty of playing with a Phil Jackson throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? Or playing without Scottie during his championship without going beyond the 6 years where he won his championships. But LeBron, you feel me? He had to kind of almost pave his own way.
Scottie Pippen's overrated, bro. LeBron James has had way better teammates than Scottie Pippen. Kyrie's 10 times better than Scottie.
He's not overrated, bro. Stop it.
The
Stop
way
saying
Wade is better. Anthony Davis would embarrass Scottie Pippen, bro.
All right, but and here's another thing though too, and this is why I wanted Will to come on here, because he wanted because I know I was gonna sun him with this argument. But honestly, continue what you gotta say until I bring up what I gotta bring up.
This is why. So Miami, as you were saying, he did shoot high percentage, but he shot low volume. He shot like 3 a game. He shot 41% one year, which was his best 3-point in his career. Like shooting 40% from three is elite, but it was only off like 3 or 4 attempts. So obviously Cleveland and even Lakers, LeBron James is a much better 3-pointer since he's shooting higher volume. That being said, when LeBron James entered the league, let me just make this like flow. When LeBron James entered the league, he got the Giannis shooting treatment. Cleveland, LeBron James wasn't a good shooter. He just wasn't. He was trash. He was literally had the Giannis treatment. But then around, maybe you could say his last year in Cleveland before going to the Heat, he added a jump shot. He started to add a jump shot into his bag. But that jump shot wasn't really perfected until, I would say, 2012, 2013 LeBron James. Because that's when I started watching the NBA. And when I was watching this guy, he had a Michael Jordan fadeaway in his bag. He wasn't that accurate like MJ was, but he got that Michael Jordan fadeaway 2012, 2013 season. And I remember that because I remember people saying how, like, he's gotten a lot better of a shooter, like a mid-range shooter. Like,
Mm.
and I just know through, like, searching shit up, like finding the NBA. Like, I can't say I watched LeBron James before 2013 because I didn't, but just like listening people talk, it just seems like he didn't have a jump shot. Maybe you can, like, give a more accurate, like, representation pack, because I don't know when you started watching LeBron James, but I only seen him since 2013. But I just remembered, like, the commentators saying, like, wow, this guy's a much better shooter, this and that.
No, see, I'm gonna give you some real quick. All right, so these are his finals opponents during those years. I hope you guys can see it though properly. So I'm gonna ask you this: who would you take over Jordan's opponents, or LeBron's opponents? Who do you think is better, in your opinion? And I
Oh,
know we
LeBron
haven't.
by far. LeBron by far.
So, and then they didn't even bring up James Harden in 2012. You get what I'm saying? So,
LeBron
hey,
by
we,
far.
we we talk about his his all-star teammates, but remember, he was playing against the big three in Boston. The Orlando team. I can make an argument where they were a better team than the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then, so if he hadn't made that move to Miami, you think he was going to be able to beat Boston the same way? You think he was able to beat Boston if he were still on that same Cleveland Cavaliers team? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you gotta remember, man, it's like, when we the NBA had made the Jordan rules. The Chicago Bulls were competent enough to go after players like Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. Which, say whatever you will, but Scottie Pippen was still a really good all-around player.
Okay, but let's not forget who had
Let's not forget who had. All right, come on.
top 75 teammates, all-star teammates, and like probably like 20 top 5 draft pick teammates.
All right, but who did he? But I'm clearly showing you right here on this screen that he's played against top 75 players. So that offsets that. He had teammates and he also played against them more than Jordan. You and you didn't probably answer it, but Josh answered it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna know your answer. That you're gonna choose LeBron. You're gonna say LeBron. The players that he faced are better than the guys that Michael Jordan faced, right?
But so is his teams when he played that. So it offsets.
No, that's not true. That's not true. LeBron James was not the favorite to win the finals every time he went to the finals. That is false. That is false. He was not a favorite. The time when he was in Miami, yes. The time when during the Warriors, no. You can say some years like when he was playing on the Cavs, maybe win the East, but not win the whole thing.
Okay, what about the Lakers?
I mean, he wasn't a favorite. I mean, that year, was he? I don't know.
Sure, he was, but Heat and Lakers. That's already 3 out of 4 of his.
But I feel like you reaching for that, bro. Like, all right, I get what you're saying. Like, but still, those years. I mean, but those years, especially the year when he lost with the Spurs the first time around, and even those years when he went against the Spurs, those are still not easy. Those with the Spurs, with the Warriors, you can arguably say he's faced 2 dynasties in his career. Michael Jordan can't say he did that.
Yeah, but
he faced against the Lakers dynasty.
That wasn't. They were at the end of their rope. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't even on that team. And you can't in that team. If you tell me who's on that roster, you can't. You can't. That team is not better than any of the teams that you can bring up here.
Yo, Pat, I have a rebuttal to that though.
What's up?
So, anytime LeBron James got it done, which was he has 4 rings, who was better, Scottie Pippen or these guys, Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade, or Anthony Davis?
Mhm.
Because I remember all those guys being top 5 in the league, or damn near it, top 6, top 7 in the league. And I can't say the same thing about Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was not that good compared to the guys, compared to LeBron James' second option on championship teams.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, and I got you. And I would, you know what, and just not to push the goalpost, I would agree. He played with better teammates. He played with better teammates, but he also played against better competition. So I'm saying the argument offsets each other, bro. I'm saying like, what's the point of keep bringing it up if you can argue both ends on LeBron's end? Except the only thing you can say is, okay, yes, Sky Pimble wasn't as good, but I just made an argument that his opponents were better than them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're arguing semantics when that's not really even my argument. Is to talk about the all stars and like players he played with and players like that's everybody else who want to factor that in to try to create this argument about the GOAT debate. I'm just breaking it down to what each player has accomplished and what they've brought to the game. You feel me? So remember, it's a team game. So you can talk about all these players. Oh, he played with this and that. Hey, bro, you need a good team to win a championship. But at the end of the day, who wins? Who wins those awards? Who gets most of the most of the credit? There's always somebody that gets most of the credit. And for a long time, and then the fact this is just something we can't deny. LeBron James has just been playing at a superstar level throughout his entire career. Even in year 20, he's playing like a superstar. And we've said that earlier on the panel. AK, is LeBron playing like a top 10 player this year?
All right, he's playing as top 10, but not in MVP combo, not even close.
I mean, LeBron hasn't been up for consideration for MVP in a long time. Even the years where he could have won it, they weren't going to give it to him. Like that ship has sailed a long time ago. LeBron had voters bias years ago, bro. I remember we've gone over that conversation where he could have won MVP, but they didn't give it to him because of voters fatigue. Something your guy will go through eventually too. Especially, you know what? I'll say this: if he doesn't win a championship this year, like if he flukes this year and he gets that MVP, I guarantee you he'll have voters fatigue next year. Mark my words. I'm telling you, this is the year he has to win it, bro. He has to.
Doesn't matter because he'll.
Yeah, it does matter.
90% sure he'll get an MVP this year, and only him and Larry Bird will be the only ones who will get 3 times in a row.
Okay, him and Larry Bird. Did you say Larry Bird was the GOAT? Did you say he was the greatest player of all time? He's a great player. All right, he's the only other
he's
player.
top 5 all time.
All right, is he?
Oh, top 10, fine.
Top 10. Yeah, he's probably like 6, 7. Remember, Larry Bird's career wasn't drawn out the way it wasn't as long as everybody else's, as most stars. But even then, bro, like I said, what cuts you above the rest is winning it all, man. Getting them Finals MVPs, winning chips, because that's what's gonna separate you from the best. That's what separates Larry Bird from Jokic. Right? He has 3. He has 3 championships. You got to win those, bro. Because if he doesn't have those, nobody's gonna say he's better. He's better than Larry Bird. You can bring up the stats at the end of the day. You know they're gonna bring up that comparison, just like you bring up championships. They're gonna bring that up with Larry Bird. So you can bring that up, but you know what? People are gonna pick Larry Bird because they know Larry Bird was a winner when it came down to it. He has 3. Remember, bring that up right there,
bro.
Chips.
All I know, look, we go to the standings right now. Nuggets are obviously number one.
And
We go
they're
to
and
the
they're only
first round.
one, and they're only one win. I'm sorry. Let me let you talk.
Let's say the playoffs start right now. Who are they playing against? The Kings. Bro, what Kings got against Jokic? Nothing. Sabonis. I mean, Sabonis will be a bit of a problem, but regardless, I give Nuggets. I think Nuggets in 5, maybe 6, and that's it. Then
Bro,
they'll go,
we want, and they'll go what?
and then whoever is after, and then they're straight to the finals. Literally straight to the finals.
Nah, it's not straight to the finals, bro.
And Jokic walks off with that third MVP, Finals MVP, and the ring.
Not gonna happen, buddy. I'm telling you, I should have had these sound effects ready. It's gonna be ready for you because hey, bro, you gotta capitalize on it, man. All I'm saying is your boy better cash in. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, don't worry about
Because
it.
this is no you. Hey, bro, I'm saying you gotta worry. I ain't worried about it. They could be the best team, but we've seen number one seedings before not win a championship, bro. That's not new. That's not impressive to us. Even with the number one seed, that's not guaranteeing them anything. It just gives, it gives us it gives us a good take. It gives us a good analysis of what's to come in the future, or what could come in the future. We can't deny they've been the best team in the regular season. But I'll be honest with you, man. I don't care about the first half of the season, bro. I don't care about the first half of the NBA season. I'll be flat out honest with you. Like, be honest, like I kind of took a step back from NBA and I've been all up in the NFL because NFL playoffs is really what's taking the ball, taking everything right now. Like, I keep up with it. Obviously, I watch games, but I'm not impressed by what's really going on. Like, I keep up with things, but I'm not impressed with what's really, really going on when it comes to the standings because that shit, anything can change within the matter of 3 months, bro. Your team is one win again over the Memphis Grizzlies, which means it's not like you're the clear-cut favorite. It's not stamped in for you guys to be the number one team in the West.
There is a difference between the two teams, and the difference is Jokic.
We're
looking at the last 10 games. Look at Jokic's percentage: field goal 62, 3-pointer 37. And free throw 81. Bro, that's MVP material. 25, 11, and 10.
But 10 games. But you know what though? If Luka comes back and they go on a 10-game win streak, or if Embiid goes on a monstrous 10-game win streak, or if Jason Tatum goes on a monstrous 10-game win streak, that can put them ahead of the MVP voting, right? That's why I say, this argument is fluid. It's subjective. It can change at any moment. He wasn't the favorite in the beginning of the year. It was Luka, right? You were saying it was Luka earlier.
Bro.
Last I recall. You were saying Luka was going to be MVP.
I said it's between them two.
Oh, you're talking about Luka right now, though.
Hey, Luka can get two. He's
not
playing right now.
And exactly that's what I'm saying. It's fluid. But Luka can definitely fire out in the second half of the season and definitely win it. Embiid has been playing well too. It's between Luka and Embiid for the most 30-point. They're the only players in the NBA with 15 or more games scoring 30 points or more.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't knock Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is in that argument, bro. Whether you like to admit it or not, he obviously doesn't have the same stats as the other guys, but he's putting up some phenomenal numbers, enough for consideration. And all he needs is a good outing. If he has a good late game stretch in the second half, that argument can shift, bro. Because Jokic is doing a lot of work in the first half of the season, bro. He's doing a lot of balling in the first half of the season, man. and I'm for it. I think he's playing like an MVP, and he deserves it up until this point. I'm telling you, if it were to end today, Jokic would be MVP. But like I said, that doesn't matter because my stance is, what will he do in the playoffs? What will the Denver Nuggets do in the playoffs?
Well, I can assure you that Giannis is not getting it. Neither is Embiid. It's going to be
What,
Jokic.
bro? Why you just throwing shots at two specific players, bro? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? But with Embiid and
Because they don't
Jokic,
deserve.
bro. Here's the thing. Here's the issue with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis. What do those two have in common? They're both top two defensive players in the NBA. Embiid and Giannis are objectively the best defenders in the NBA right now. You cannot say anybody else. And Jokic doesn't have that calling card. You know what I mean? In fact, Jokic has very few calling cards, and I think that's gonna put an issue in the playoffs. Jokic's calling card is his playmaking. You know, like, yes, he can score. Yes, he's a much better defender now. But when you look at playoff atmosphere, you want like you want simplicity to a certain degree, you know. And the Nuggets, they're running too many things. They have Aaron Gordon, who's the dunker. They have Jamal Murray, who's like this scoring hybrid. And I don't think there's I think it could get confusing in the playoffs. That's my worry about the Denver Nuggets. Anyways, I understand that could be a hot take, but I feel like there's a value in having, you know, like a go-to option. You know, like, who's the go-to option on the Nuggets? Is it Jokic? Is it Jamal Murray? Fuck, maybe Michael Porter Jr. thinks he's the go-to option because he's fucking 6'10" and can shoot over everybody. You know, it's very confusing. I like the Pelicans because Zion is, you know, he's the bully. He's gonna get it done, and then Brandon Ingram's the closer, and then CJ McCollum, he's more of a spot up shooter these days, which I like. I like that for him because he's always had, I think, too much responsibility in Portland. Then you go to a team like the Clippers, bro. They have chemistry, bro. They've been together for a while now. All like the Clippers have the same thing with the Lakers, and that is they have star talent, but they have injury issue, which makes those two teams hard to root for. But I think if Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are fully healthy, I wouldn't count them out, man. And you have and then I would put the Nuggets third behind those two teams. I do think that they're good, but then again, if they run into a team like the Kings or even the Suns again, like early on in the playoffs, I've seen Jokic like struggle against like guys like Aiden before, you know, and even Draymond Green. He's a shell of himself in his prime. Draymond Green at 6'6" gave Jokic issues in the playoffs, bro. I remember these things, bro. Embiid hit a game
Closing
winner.
moments
Bro,
of the game.
that's so blasphemous because when you recall these games, he still had 30, 40 pieces over them.
I'm saying closing moments though, when it mattered. I like he wasn't efficient enough in the closing moments of the game. If he was, they would have won those games, bro.
He still had 30, 40 pieces on them.
Bro, it don't matter, bro. You didn't win the game. You keep saying you talking about stats when players lose. People have used that arguments against me when I was bringing up LeBron losing those games, and he would have monstrous numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You making the same argument people were making before, right? LeBron. When I was saying, I was one of those people who say, "Oh, LeBron would lose the finals," but he would average a triple double. He would put up monstrous numbers in the finals, bro. You talking about your guy in the first round of the playoffs?
And yo, Pat, let me just add on to something to you. Would you be surprised if a guy like a Jonas Valanciunas or a Steven Adams ends up being like a Jokic stopper?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying, and that's why I brought up.
I wouldn't be that
Grizzlies.
far fetched, bro. Like Steven Adams, you know, he could be a Jokic.
He's a body. He's a body.
bro. He's a
And
body.
remember, I brought up Jaren Jackson Jr., who's leading the lead in blocks with enough games. He's averaging 3 blocks per game. So if you have somebody like Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson, I think that's you know you looking at some a tough matchup there with the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
Fact of the matter is, and I've stated this in the past, bro. You get what I'm saying? I've stated this in the past when it comes to Jokic, is that his competition when it comes to his position in the West, all his competition is in the East, bro. in the
Yeah,
Okay, but
East.
that's
Like that interior pressure would be in the East, bro.
yeah. You got
okay,
teams
but
like the
that's the thing. He
Cavs,
won't have
Bucks,
to.
Sixers.
He won't have to. Well, take care of it until the finals.
And he was still losing on the way to the finals. I say he losing the Western Conference Finals.
Well, you know, at
He
least
has. Mm,
he'll go at least to the finals, and all that matters is that he's gonna be in the playoffs, and so-called King won't make the playoffs for like the third season in a row.
mm. Again, okay. Again with that hating ass shit. He wasn't saying that when he was making it. I'm not gonna keep making this argument, bro. All right, let's switch it up though. JT and JB, man, coming out as the best duo in the game. Jason Tatum, bro, and Jaylen Brown. The Celtics are the best team in the East, best team in the NBA, and you see the numbers. Jason Tatum averaging over 30 points. Jaylen Brown improved as a player, also averaging 27 points, and he's a phenomenal defensive player though too. I mean, just on both ends, these guys are getting it done on both ends of the court. Jason Tatum is emerging as an MVP candidate this year. Let me know, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is the best duo in basketball right now?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think that's too far fetched to say. Probably is.
What you think, AK? I mean, Josh. Oh, he's gone. Is he even here? Oh, he probably stepped out a bit. I think it is. I think it is the best duo in the NBA right now. I mean, if we had to compare, maybe a couple other names. I mean, just off the top of my head, I mean, probably like what Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. I don't know who you would match up with Embiid. Who would you say? I mean, not Embiid. I mean Embiid and Harden, Jokic and who? Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say the Celtics are the best duo right now. At least what we're seeing, at least what we're watching at this moment. I mean, they're doing it, man.
Hey, also, well, it's a new duo, and
It's not a new duo. They've been playing for a minute.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about another duo. Well, it's
Oh,
a new
come
duo, and some of them were
You.
injured for a bit, but I think the Cavs, Garland, and Mitchell is up there too. One of the best perimeter, probably the best perimeter duo there is.
Oh, tripping, bro.
I wouldn't say there is. We got to wait on that,
One
bro.
of them. One of them.
Nah,
One
bro.
Mm.
Nah, bro.
100%.
Bro, as much as I love Mitchell, you can't put him over some of these top tier backcourts. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it, bro. Are Mitchell and Garland a better backcourt than fucking Luca and fucking, I don't know, Tim Hardaway Jr.? Probably not, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Bro,
They're a better duo.
Gar-
Better duo?
Garland,
Yes.
Garland and Mitchell combined don't equal Luca, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, but you're talking about the duo, bro. Together,
you're tripping
they're
right
a
now.
better duo than fucking Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka Doncic. Come on, those are two really good players. Because both of those players are better than Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, by far. But I'm saying Luca is so good, it doesn't matter. Because the thing about the NBA, it's a star-driven league now.
Bro, hold on. Let me ask you this: do you know what? Because I think when I brought up the catch and shooting stats, Tim Hardaway Jr. is shooting like 30% from the field and 36% from three. And Darius Garland is a player. He's up and coming, bro. He's a young star talent who's getting better by the day. Like Tim Hardaway isn't even come in the same class right now as when it comes to Darius Garland.
Yeah, for
Like-
sure, man. But like, okay, what about like a Trae Young and a DeJounte Murray?
They're better than them too.
Nah, they're not better than Trae Young.
Yeah, they are, bro. Yeah, they are. As far, but I go, but right now I'm gonna have to go by the standings because remember these are new teams. Atlanta Hawks are what, 8th? They're in the 8th seeding. The Cavs are 5th. So right now that duo is better.
I mean, we could say right now. We could
Hmm.
say right now, and Cleveland's nice, but I need to see more, bro. Like I like Donovan Mitchell. I think he's really good, and I think this is his best year, and I think he has improved.
Hmm.
But like I said, bro, like like Donovan Mitchell hasn't really done anything.
Hmm.
Like I seen James Harden beat the Jazz in 5 games back in 2018 without Chris Paul.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
this whole idea that like Donovan Mitchell is like some superstar. He is a superstar.
Nah, he's not a superstar in my
No, he's
opinion.
not a superstar. You're right. You're right.
But
Right.
he's the
Sorry.
best
Sorry.
shooting
He's an
guard in
all
the league.
star.
That's a fact.
No, he's not. No, he's not, bro. Because here's the thing, like Donovan Mitchell, bro, and I don't want to take shots, but even a guy like Giannis, bro, Giannis was only doing this since 2019, bro. Before 2019, people didn't really look at Giannis, and like Donovan Mitchell is a more prime example, bro. 2 years ago, people didn't care about Mitchell, so like we need to stop amping up these newer players, bro. I don't think the Cavs are ready yet.
I mean, I don't think he's really amping it up. I think Donovan Mitchell deserves the hype that he gets. I mean, really, I think it's really between Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell when it comes to best shooting guards in the league, and and then Jalen Brown. Right now, he's eclipsing those guys for this season in particular. So if the season had to finish off right now, I'll probably give Jalen Brown the nod for the best shooting guard at the moment. But Devin Booker has been out for some time. So that's the reason why the Suns have had a drop recently on their productivity. You feel me?
Yo,
So,
is
um,
James Harden just not in the conversation for best shooting guard anymore? Or are we just gonna like take him
No.
out and not even mention his name?
because he basically runs point. He's a point guard now. He doesn't like. I don't even consider him a shooting guard at this moment because
He barely gets 20 points.
What? Bro, yeah, that doesn't matter, bro. It's because Embiid wants to shoot a lot of shots. If you look at his percentage is
You say
nice,
he
bro.
barely gets 20 points. Why are you trying to disrespect him, bro? Like he can't average 20 points though.
Yeah, bro. Like the man's clearly gonna be an all-star in a very
But that's the
competitive league
thing.
right now.
The
Like,
players we're
And it's
talking
21
about,
points
they're
though, with
averaging
11 assists.
but the players we're talking about, they're averaging at least 25.
yeah,
Like
but bro,
over
it doesn't
25.
matter, bro. It's if you look at efficiency, bro. Like people want James Harden to score more, and originally I did too. But James Harden has made the recovery that I predicted in the offseason because this version of James Harden is a lot better than last year's version of James Harden. James Harden has got some ground back, bro. Like we need to start talking about this, bro. The only reason why his numbers don't look that much different from last season is because Embiid is shooting a lot more. He's a lot more aggressive, and I like Embiid being aggressive. And even guys like Tobias Harris and now Tyrese Maxey has to get his own. You can't have James Harden averaging 30, bro, if Tyrese Maxey's a 22 point per game scorer, which he's putting up right now. So the Sixers, if you look at percentage, all you have to do is look at the man's percentage, bro. He's shooting like 38% from three, off like crazy volume, off like 9 threes a game volume. You know, he's James Harden, man, and 11. And the thing about James Harden, like Devin Booker's not that proven.
Mm.
Donovan Mitchell's not that proven. Jalen Brown is the most proven out of
Come
this.
on now. Hey, you
Jalen Brown's
can't.
very proven. Jalen Brown's proven. I'll say that.
I mean,
But
Devin Booker's proven though too. Let's not disrespect Devin Booker, bro. All right, come on now. Why we keep running with this narrative like he wasn't
Pat,
an All NBA? He still won All NBA honors. He still had the most points. He still broke the record for the most points in a playoff debut. Right, he in his first playoff postseason. Right, so come on, bro. Give him his credit, man. And he was an NBA MVP finalist, which is something that Jalen Brown wasn't. So let's not make it seem like Devin Booker is just out the water, bro.
yo, Pat, but this is what I will say. Before the bubble in March 2020, which isn't that long ago, that's only like 3 years ago, fucking Bradley Beal was objectively better than Devin Booker, bro. Like that's what I mean. I like these players. What we think of them is very new. Like yeah, Devin Booker had a good finals run, but Chris Paul also contributed to that a lot. Chris Paul the last 2 seasons was a top 7 point guard. Now his age is starting to show, and
Yeah,
he's
he
really taking
contributed,
the
but he
fall.
was still. But remember though, too, last year when Chris Paul was out, Devin Booker carried a big baggage when Chris Paul was out. During that stretch, he was running point. That was a big part of the reason why he was in the MVP conversation to begin with, because during that time frame when Chris Paul was out during the season, Devin Booker was holding it down.
Okay, this is all I'm saying. Devin Booker, the Suns are a clear first round exit. They might not even make the playoffs. They're in the play-in tournament right now. Jaylen Brown and Donovan Mitchell,
Because they're hurt.
We're clearly going to see them in the playoffs. Yeah, because they're hurt. Okay, but even when Devin Booker was healthy in the beginning of the season, it's not like they were winning games.
Bro, I mean, they were the number one seed, and then Chris Paul was out, and then now Devin Booker's out. So I'm not saying, at least hold that conviction when they're playing and they're all playing and they're playing like shit. Like they didn't have like 4 of their starters at one point. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta really look at that and be like, okay, they're not even the same team. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying.
Hey man, D-Book, there's gonna be a lot of exposing, bro, because this season it seems like, fucking people have a good 40 players in their top 20. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be a lot of exposing. That's all I'm saying. I think Donovan Mitchell and Jaylen Brown are clearly better than Devin Booker, just because Devin Booker is the best shooter out of those 3. But Donovan Mitchell, he has a calling card. He's one of the most athletic players in the NBA right now. He can catch bodies. And Jaylen Brown, his calling card is his defense. He's 6'6". He's a great wing defender. And James Harden's calling card is, he's a playmaker, bro. Like, no one's doing the behind the back passes that this guy James Harden's doing. So all I know is Devin Booker, man, like his games, it has nothing to do with his game. Devin Booker might even be a better shooter right now than a guy like James Harden, bro. Because I'm not going to lie, Devin Booker's mid-range is way better than James Harden's because he can fade. He has that Kobe fadeaway.
He's a better shooter than James Harden, period, in my opinion.
3-point, I don't know.
Yes, he is. He's a better 3-point shooter than James.
That's very debatable, bro.
No, it's not.
How's it, bro? You can't say that, Pat.
It's not.
He's top 3 all time in 3 points made,
bro. But he shoots hella shots though. It's the volume of shots, bro. That's not disrespectful. 3 and 3-point
that's not disrespectful. James Harden's a top 5 3-point shooter all time.
I thought you didn't like longevity stats.
I don't, but those stats. Those stats are not longevity. James Harden's only been that guy since 2013, bro. James Harden was a 6-man, so obviously it's not a longevity stat.
No, bro. Devin Booker is a better shooter than James Harden. Like pure shooter, like as a pure 3-point shooter, he's a better shooter.
3-point. A shooter all around, I'll give it to him, but 3-point shooter, I can't.
He's a better scorer. I'll give you this. James Harden obviously is a better scorer than Devin Booker. Like I'm not negating that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's a better. Devin Booker's a better shooter than. Like he won a 3-point contest. You know that, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, D-Book's nice at shooting.
Wait, did he? Or he competed in one? He competed in one. He competed in one, and he was like hella young though. I think that was like when he was like freaking 18 years old too.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, he did.
He did in
2018. My fault. Yeah, he did. He did. I'm not tripping. Yeah. 2018 3-point contest champion.
All right, good for him. That's all fine and dandy, man. Devin Booker's a nice. He's a better shooter than Harden because he has that Kobe mid range.
Honestly, you know what though?
Yeah.
I'll give you this, bro. Because I don't want to come off as phony. But James Harden does his highest average is 39%, and Devin Booker's highest average is 38%.
Man. Appreciate you doing the research, Pat. You know, that's why this guy's the best streamer out here, fam. You know, bringing up the facts, avoiding the bias. You know what I mean? Straight to the facts.
So I'll give you that. So I would say, yeah, they're in the same ballpark, really, when it comes to 3-point shot. I just give Devin Booker. I guess I was just giving him that edge because he won a 3-point contest. But I mean, he won a 3-point contest. Cool. Yeah. Hey, but let's tap into this, man. Let's tap into the fantasy because I know it's been a minute. I wish I had some of the other guys here to talk about it, though. But y'all playing against each other this week, man. Who's going to win y'all matchup, y'all?
Bro, you already know who. You know, we ain't got to lie to ourselves. That guy knows who's going to win.
Oh, yeah? Let me see. Let's tap into it. Let's look at it. Oh, Trey Young. Oh, so that's why you talking up Trey Young so much, huh? Because you got on your team.
Nah, not even that, man.
And
I ain't a
that's
trading fan.
he's lucky that Tyrese is not playing right now. Because
Who?
Tyrese,
Oh, Tyrese. What you mean? Why is
Halliburton.
he? Oh, because yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah, but I don't have Brandon Ingram playing, bro. So don't make excuses, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, Artem, when I
bro.
beat you
I
this
know
week, I'm
you.
gonna beat you because
I know you just didn't compare Brandon Ingram to Tyrese Halliburton.
Yes, I did,
Bro,
bro.
Tyrese has at least 20 points on Brandon Ingram.
What do
Bro,
you mean?
20
Oh, you talking
fantasy
about
points.
with fantasy points? Oh,
bro, you can say whatever you want, bro. But I picked Brandon Ingram very high in this draft because I believe in him. I think he's gonna have a very good second half of the season. But we ain't here to talk about Brandon Ingram. We're here to talk about how I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying, bro? I got Trey Young playing today. Bam Adebayo, Kristaps Porzingis. Boom. Those are three big guys. They all got above 44
Hey,
points for
look,
me. So
pretty
we'll
much
take that.
all your players are already done playing. Mine are just getting started. I've got still Russ. I still have Ant and Aaron Gordon. All of them just start the game.
Bro, I got a lot of people playing too.
yeah,
bro.
bro. It's
Plus,
looking
Tatum
like
doesn't even play today. Wait until tomorrow when he actually plays.
he.
Bro, you're talking like MPJ ain't in the second quarter right now. Fucking Mike Conley's in the third quarter.
Bro, don't gas that up, bro. you losing today, bro. He's putting points on you today, bro. I'm gonna tell you this now. He's stacking these points on you. Like I don't think it'll be like I think it'll still be close. Honestly, I think it's gonna have to go towards the weekend. Like you guys are really like the tightest matchup right now when it comes to when it comes to the fantasy. But we have to see what they close out because I still got
Jalen
me.
Green got him a 63 piece. Nah, bro. Lucky ass guy, bro.
Who has Jalen Green?
Fucking Artem. This guy went for 63 today. I was waiting for Jalen Green to do that when he was on my team, but he ain't do that, bro.
All right, you gonna hold on to him? Artem gonna hold on to him until he has a shitty game. Then he gonna drop him.
Hey, man.
Basically, bro was in the open market. Anyone could have got him.
I mean, yeah, I know. I definitely could have gotten him. I've seen him in there a couple of times. I passed on him. I didn't need him.
So,
There's other players I could get over Jalen Green. Jalen Green is not the most valuable fantasy asset. Those 63 points, you rarely gonna see those 63 points. You rarely gonna get that, bro. So hold on to him. Let's see if he does it again.
We shall see.
I'm closing out my day. I'm closing my day strong. I got a good little outing. Laurie Marketing is still playing. You feel me? I got a good pickup from Kyle Anderson today, right? That was a smooth pickup, and he's still in the second quarter. Got fucking 26 points, right? Already, I would be happy with 26 points too if he gave me that, but I know he's probably gonna give me more. Hey, come on now. I'm the best at this shit, bro. Come on. We redrafted and I'm 3-0 still. I'm the only one left undefeated.
Zach's not having a good week.
Yeah, a lot of his players are out though. And I don't even think because LaMelo Ball's out. Jaylen Brown has been out recently. He's been in and out. Like when he went against me, he had a lot of players out. Kevin Porter's out. Paul George is out. You know what I mean? Like Kevin Durant's out.
yeah,
and the same goes with
because that's a real stacked team he has.
Yeah.
KD, Jaylen Brown, and PG.
And think about it, look, and then Jay's team, he like Devin Booker's out, Anthony Davis is out, Chris Middleton. I don't even know why he hangs on to Chris Middleton. I would have dropped him a minute ago.
You know that? A minute ago, bro. Buddy Hield got me 4 fantasy points today, bro. I'm gonna cry.
No, I know. I saw that. I don't know why you guys hang on to Buddy Hield, man. Like he's this player that you have to have on your team, bro. Like, but hey, that's up to y'all. Y'all want to keep Buddy Hield on your fantasy team, be at it. I've been telling you. Huh?
And what about the last matchup with Will and Ty?
Oh yeah, Ty said he was coming back.
Bro, nah, Ty. I'm just waiting until Ty does another like dumbass trade and then just goes to the bottom of the board after that.
I mean, but you know that the trade deadline is nearly over. You know, next
Oh,
month
for
there
us
isn't
too?
going. Yeah, you know that the trade deadline in the real life league happens in fantasy too. So at
Oh,
some
that's
point you're
crazy. I
not.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Oh,
have
I
like.
didn't know that.
Yeah, there's not gonna be room for any more trades after a certain point.
What about like acquisitions? You used to do that,
Yeah,
right?
you could still do acquisitions and shit. You just can't
Yeah.
do trades and stuff. Nah, if it was just acquisitions, that'll be rough.
That's just stupid, bro.
That'd be rough though. But you know, you see Will, he's trying to follow my footsteps now, man. He be picking up he be trying to be active on the fantasy now.
Nah, Will knows what's up.
Oh yeah, he didn't
Like
he
he's
tr-
he's a
huh?
scary guy. Like he's scary. Like he's got good knowledge, real good knowledge. Like,
I still beat him though.
hey, I beat him too. So last week.
Now
But still.
I got you coming up later on. But you know what? I want to introduce y'all to something. Right? Or I know you know Artem, but I wanted to show you. Yes, sir, Josh. Take a look, my friend. Take a look, my friend. Take a look, my friend. This is who you dealing with. The fantasy champ of football. And then coming for that basketball title. You see?
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And honestly, in fantasy football is harder than NBA, bro. I can fuck around with NBA a lot more than I can with fucking doing football. Football, your lineups is set. That's all you got.
Damn.
You feel me? You can't manipulate it to the point where it's like, okay, like let's just say if you got everybody playing on this like on a certain day, you can manipulate your matchup to try to make sure everybody plays on that day. With NFL, remember you only have a certain amount of positions and players that can play for you because everybody plays on the same day. So if you don't have the right person starting on that day, you assed out, bro. You feel me? Like I've gone through days where it's like one player, on my bench had like 30 something points, and then the person playing had like 0.4.
Damn.
You feel me? So yeah, man, you doing the champ, bro. And the crazy thing, look at my record too. On the top right.
Damn. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
No, it makes bro. I was in the playoffs. So Pete, right? Let me show you. I'm looking for scoreboard or the league standings. Oh, final play, yeah, final play. I forgot. Yeah, so I went against the number one team in my first week of the playoffs. I beat him, whooped his ass, and I smoked the other guy 9-3. So I beat both teams. That's when I really started getting on my shit. And I started dogging, bro. My team was legit in the playoffs. Like nobody was messing with me. Feel me? I didn't score less than 240 points in the playoffs.
Hey, man. All I know is I'm gonna go on one of my win streaks again. You know what I mean? I remember before we did the whole redraft. Because mans were haters. You know what I'm saying? Fucking
Nah, it's just got too unfair, bro.
It's all good. No, I like it now. It's more competitive, and that's why when I go on my 7-game win streak again, mans are really gonna be impressed. Cause
I mean, you gonna have to start.
I knew I was gonna lose the first 2 weeks, man. I knew I was going to lose because Tyrese Maxey, I shouldn't have drafted him for those first 2 weeks because I thought he was gonna come strong right out the gate, but he was giving me like 9 points per game, and I couldn't recover from that because I needed at least 30 out of him. He was doing that consistently. It was a consistent 9 point per game scorer for like 2 weeks, which hurt me. But he's back now, and Brandon Ingram has to be back soon. But I can survive this week without Brandon Ingram. Who do I have next week? I don't even think I have anybody good next week. So, Brandon Ingram. Once Brandon Ingram's back, I'm gonna be coasting. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat Will. I'm gonna beat everybody.
Sure. Okay. I mean, but having Kevin Durant, in the when the playoffs is closing in, it's gonna be scary though. But that's why that's why I drafted players that's gonna be playing hard around that time frame too.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think Damian Lillard, like I think having Damian Lillard around the time when the season's ending, that's like that's gonna be money right there. I'm betting that down the long run.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because I
Yeah.
know he's gonna give me some 40 pieces down the stretch. You know, I just got to bank on these guys. I just got to bank on these guys staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, man. But nah, it is competitive. Despite like this, despite what what this team is looking like, what the league is looking like. I don't know who's gonna win it, but one thing's for sure, y'all guys score more points than me. That's for sure. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to score more points than me. Y'all know this. Your team is gonna have to score at least 1,700 points to beat me. Know that.
Yeah.
You have to prep your team to at least score 1,700 points to beat my team. Because I go for that every single time, bro. So you gotta come ready, man. and don't forget, Josh, though, too. I lost to you by 50 points in the last draft.
Hey man, yeah. That was crazy, you know. I was hype over that one. I ain't gonna lie.
You had to score hella points. Your team had to be. And I think Jokic was out that last game too, which fucked me up.
Yeah, he was. But hey, man, I just know. Pat, I'm not gonna lie. Just like last draft, you have the second best team. You know, right behind mine. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro, you be fishing, bro. I know you fucked up when you picked up Royce O'Neal yesterday, bonehead.
Yeah, this guy saw that shit, bro.
Of course, bro. You don't think I'll be watching your shit? Because I was thinking I was gonna pick him up. That's the funny thing about it. I was looking, I was really debating. I was like, should I get him? Nah, he's too inconsistent. And then, little did I know, you picked him up and he played like shit.
Gave me a 0, bro.
I was like, yeah.
What?
I was like, yeah, that just goes to show I ain't touching him for a minute.
Well, also, what did you change? Like in the activity, it shows that the league settings changed. What did you change?
I added a injury reserve because somebody was complaining about the injury reserve. They wanted an extra one, so I just gave that to them just in case if y'all wanted it. And it's for all of you guys though too. So you guys have a third spot for the injury reserve.
No.
Damn.
So
We should've
free
put that to a
benches
vote,
and free
bro.
injury reserve.
Yeah, yo, 3 injury reserves is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have drafted Curry if I knew we had 3 injury reserves.
yeah. That's true, but it is what it is. Honestly, at some point, I might even get rid of it though. It's just for the time being because I know around this time a lot of guys is hurt, so I was just like, you know what? Let me see if you guys can mix with that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I might have to get rid of that, but.
You're against it?
Yeah. To be honest, I think 3 is a little heavy.
I agree too. Like people can just stack now all this like injured players like that.
I got you.
3 is a bit too much.
All right, no, I hear you. I'll take your thing for it. Honestly, this is the first time I've heard you guys vocalize it, but let me just chat with one other person. Ask Will though too. If Will is against it, then I'll change it back.
Sure.
If he's against it, I'll change it back.
Yeah, all right, I'm catching up to you. Pussy.
Bro, your plays are done, bro. They're not playing.
Nah, bro. What you mean?
Oh, you still have.
you
Oh
ain't
yeah, you do still have players playing.
Yeah, I got a lot of players. Kevin Herter just started too.
Kevin Herter. I know you picked the. You keep messing around with Kevin Herter though.
Yeah, you noticed that.
See,
Pat notices everything, bro. This guy, bro. I've been treating Kevin Herter like a blunt.
Let me see. Let me look at it again. What if I adjusted y'all scoring?
Well, that's
I'm gonna
crazy.
I'm gonna give I'm gonna take away Artem's 60 points.
Wait, what?
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
know you could
take
do that. That's crazy.
I'm gonna take away 60 points, bro. From your fantasy.
Penalize him.
Bruh.
Penalize him
Bro.
for that shitty mic earlier. You know.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. Yeah, you're right. 60 points for a bad mic. Oh man, what's going on? What's going on with the games today? Let's tap in. Let's see what's going on before we finish up.
Yeah,
Let's see
let's see that. Let's see how Jokic is cooking cat right now. And Rosie.
Who? Bro, do you give Jokic time to breathe, bro? God damn, man. Every game, bro. Every game, man. Come on, man. I don't hear you talk about nothing that he's done in the playoffs.
Ain't no way Kings are losing to Lakers by 11 points.
What do you mean?
That's
Ain't no way.
embarrassing.
Hey, come on now, bro. You
Oh
make
yeah,
it
that
seem
is
like,
embarrassing.
bro. You make it seem like the Lakers are this just this horrible team. Bro, they're 20-24. They still won 20 games. Like they're not the
Okay,
worst.
but-
They're not the worst
Oh,
team in the league.
The Lakers are up right now.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Oh, by a lot. Yeah, good for them.
But I wouldn't even
Sacramento's
say,
a hard team, bro. Sacramento is no joke anymore. Like
Mhm.
that. This is a win that they need. You know.
There are four from the board right now. Like they shouldn't be losing by 11 points to someone who's 13 from the board.
Yeah.
The Lakers are a lot better than last year, bro.
So it is embarrassing.
Right
No,
off
it's
the
not.
bat,
No, it's not embarrassing, bro. They still have LeBron on that team. Like the fact that you look at this team in this way, like, okay, all right, laugh it up. I know the Jokic ain't
No,
gonna
it's
be
pretty
playing.
funny.
He ain't gonna be playing like this in year 20. You think so?
He doesn't
think he's
need to
gonna-
be.
Yes, he doesn't need to be. You hear the bullshit? Come on now, be honest. He's not gonna be doing this. So
Hey.
give him credit for
If-
him to be leading a team like this in
Hey.
year 20 and still
If-
putting up 30 points, bro.
Bro, if Bron's sons weren't planning on going to NBA, he would have retired at least like 3 years ago.
Damn.
Okay. And he's still playing right now, averaging 38-7 in year 20. Like,
But Pat,
Hmm.
do the Lakers make the playing team? And if so, who leaves that spot?
like I say, so if we have to talk about the plan,
Yeah, because to get into that 10 seed, you're gonna have to kick some players out. So I'm asking you, who do you think you could kick out?
I mean, they can take out OKC, Timberwolves, the Jazz.
Not
I mean,
Timberwolves.
yeah, they could.
I don't know about Wolves.
Yeah, they definitely could take out Timberwolves. Why are y'all so high on the Timberwolves, man? Last I checked, they didn't get better from last year, and they were a playing team last year.
Well, the Timberwolves are what's their last 10 games?
The last 10 games,
Yeah,
they're
because
6-4.
yeah, they're 6-4 without Cat. Though,
Lakers are 6-4 too.
Yeah, but they're also 6-4
Yeah,
without
without
AD.
Cat.
So
Without what?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Without Cat.
Without Cat. So you, come on now.
What?
So LeBron has a fully healthy roster.
No, but
Anthony Davis is not playing on that team.
What I'm saying is they're 6 out of their last 4. So like the Wolves are gonna be better. You guys might be able to take out
They're
Portland.
not gonna be better, bro.
But I don't know if you could take out Portland, bro. Like, you might take out OKC or Portland, but you're not taking out the Suns. You know, are you taking out the Jazz? I don't know. The Jazz are very weird. But the Suns, I don't know if you're taking out the Suns too, because you know.
No. Here's how it's gonna go down.
Yeah, the Suns are
Right.
going to be there.
I
Because
think-
Devin Booker,
I
I will
think-
give him credit. He's gonna get
I think this hullabaloo with the Kings it's gonna fall off.
Damn.
It's gonna fall off. All right. this smoke
But not-
huh?
But not like below the play-in.
I think they'll fall within the plan. I think they'll fall within that stretch, and then they'll probably lose out. If I'm keeping it honest, I mean, this is just my take. So obviously, this is a take, right? I think Kings fall off in the second half of the season. I think Jazz, Timberwolves fall out of contention. I think the Blazers get in the play-in. I think the Suns get in the play-in, and then depending on what the Lakers do, like I said, I will tell you, I'll give you my final decision whether they make the playoffs when the trade deadline is passed. Then I would say, yeah, they can make the playoffs or not. But as of right now, I mean, they really can't. I mean, who's LeBron playing with right now? He's not playing with anybody well, and he's doing the best he can.
He's got Russ,
but he's coming off the bench, bro. Come on now, we've seen what Russ can do in the fourth quarter.
I like Russ, man. I think y'all should keep. I think y'all would be wise to keep him.
Depending on what you get.
Yeah, if you get Zach LaVine, you'll go give up those picks and go get him. But maybe Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal. I can't really think of anyone else. Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, they're not worth it, bro. You want to get better. You don't want two slightly less better players that might fit. Like, nah, you want a star, you know. What's his name? Miles Turner is less valuable to you guys now because what's that guy's name? You guys have a center that's been playing well for you. I don't even know his name.
Thomas Bryant.
Yeah. Thomas Bryant. Yeah, so he's playing well for you. I think Thomas Bryant is he's a fan favorite right now from what I'm seeing. So.
Yeah, playing well, but a good portion of that is LeBron getting the ball to him, when it's opportune, when the opportunities, it's like, remember, LeBron sets these players up. If he had better shooting around him, this team would be in a better position. I'm telling you that. Like, I'm watching these games, and a lot of the time when LeBron is taking it to the rack, more than likely, if he's going up, there's almost like a 50-50 chance he's gonna get fouled. He's dishing it out to the open guy, and they're not dropping the tray.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if he had competent shooters around him, I'm telling you, this would be a completely different team. We would be looking at them completely differently because he's already putting up the numbers that he has in his Heat days. I've shown that earlier. The only difference is LeBron played with shooters back then. He's not playing with shooters now.
Yeah.
You feel me? And in today's league, you know that you need shooters to get far in this league. You have to have some form of shooting on your team to compete. And the fact of the matter is the Lakers do not have shooters. But despite that, LeBron is still playing at a superstar caliber level, which is why this team is even able to even be competitive game in and game out. Bottom line is, regardless of what you say, AK, because we know it's BS, the Lakers are competitive because the Lakers are competitive game in and game out because of LeBron James in year 20. The only reason they're able to compete is because of LeBron James, a man who's 38 years of age in year 20 and still dropping 30 points per game.
But let me ask you this. Is this enough?
Is it enough?
I'll answer it for you. No.
Damn.
That's not enough.
No, we've said that. Bro, I kind of said that it wasn't enough. I said that they need shooting.
Maybe the issue is that LeBron James is an offensive only power forward, and that there's a lot of defensive holes the Lakers have right now. LeBron James has been asked to do a lot in his career because he's always been a two-way player. But now he's not a two-way player, so he can't really, carry that load. Like, people are scoring high amount of points on the Lakers. And
he can't carry the offensive load.
He can't carry the defensive load. Yeah.
I'm saying he can't carry the offensive load and the defensive load this late in his career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to put that into effect, bro. Like, asking him to be an offensive player and a defensive player on both sides of the floor, in this late in his career, like, bro, most players today in their prime don't even do that. There's a very select few of players who can still, give off, put off an offensive performance and a defensive performance at a superstar level. Kawhi Leonard's not even a superstar defensive player anymore. He can still guard up, obviously. He can still clamp up. But he's not that same defensive player we saw him to be when he was on the Spurs. There's only a few select players who can do it on both floors, on both ends of the floor. So so let's not look at LeBron and make it seem like, he's the only player who doesn't stick defense. Only difference is LeBron is older now, so he can't do it on both ends of the floor every single game. Now, if you're talking in the playoffs, that's a completely different story. You better get your ass on the court and start sticking defense. This is the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular situation, when you're just talking about regular season, I mean, LeBron is just trying to, like, who's going to score? Who's in game in and game out? Who's going to be the leading scorer on the Lakers? And we know the answer to that.
Hey man, Lakers better win this game because they better close out, man. They need this win. This is if they lose this game, they're not gonna make the playoffs. Like I'm gonna go as far as to say this one game right here, bro, because you're up 11. This is the Kings, right? A team you gotta beat. They could fall off really quick. Yeah, bro. Because the Lakers right now, they're still in playoff contention, but it's not looking good. You know what I mean? Like, there's the Suns are gonna get healthy again. I just like you. I think the Blazers are gonna figure it out to an extent. OKC could fall off, but who knows? Maybe Shea's on a mission. I like what I'm trying to say is that there's not a lot of teams that could really fall off. Like even at your best, I don't think you're still better than the Suns who are above you. Even at your best, I don't think you're better than. Okay, you might be slightly better than the Wolves, but not enough.
I think it's enough, especially the way Anthony Davis has been playing this year. If he continues to play, he's been playing. I think it's more than plenty enough. To be honest, I'm going off based off what Anthony Davis has produced since he's been playing. It's not like he's played like shit and then has been injured. He's been playing extremely well and then got injured again.
Okay, but so we're at the half of the season. Do you think the Lakers are capable of going on like a 7-game win streak or like winning 7 out of their last 10? Like, you think they could go on a run? Because they're gonna need a run, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. They can go on a run. They can go on a run. Not right now, though. Not right now. Not with this team.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. Not with this team and not right now. Like I said, it has to be after the trade deadline because that's when it matters most.
Mm-hmm.
That's when NBA becomes NFL. Because all those games now, week to week, it's really going to start to sink in. And these teams, that's when the seeding is really going to matter. These teams are going to have to start really cashing in on these games.
Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Just a super quick question. I'm just curious.
I'm saving that for another video.
Damn, bro.
Saving that for another video, man. I can't give out my predictions just yet.
Hey man, from what I've seen, I'm not a big NFL fan, but it's gonna be the Chiefs, bro. The Chiefs are a dynasty waiting to happen, bro. Patrick Mahomes is gonna go down as a top 3 quarterback of all time.
Actually, I can tell you. You know who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Who?
The New York Giants, baby!
Damn.
That's right. We gonna get this dub against the Eagles. We gonna get this dub against whoever come out the other Cowboys and Niners. Don't even matter. We gonna spank them, and then we gonna wash the Kansas City Chiefs, and then we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
No, that's not gonna happen though. More than likely, that's not gonna happen. But I mean, I'm rooting for them though. These next 2 games. I mean, we have a hard conference because regardless, I'll tell you this: if the Giants beat the Eagles and then the Niners and the Niners or Cowboys, they're gonna win the Super Bowl because
Bro said,
they have a harder road to the playoffs than the Chiefs.
like Giants are gonna be the best team in the whole conference.
No, that's not what
The
I'm saying.
whole
I'm
conference.
saying no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if they beat those teams, I will pick them to win the Super Bowl because when you talk about defense, like come on, the Eagles are a top 5 defense. The Cowboys are a top ranked defense. The Niners are the number 1 defense. So you're going through 3. You have to go through at least 2 top defenses in the
No,
league.
I agree. Like if they somehow beat those two teams, I would agree with you. But the
You
thing
feel?
is, they won't beat those two teams.
I'm not saying they will. You feel me? I think the Buck stops. At the next round. I think we can. I think we can upset the Eagles because we're a divisional matchup against the Eagles. I mean, we play this team twice a year, so you never know when it comes with this divisional matchup. I'm telling you that now. Like there was one year when in the playoffs with the Giants, we were a better team than the Eagles in our division, and then we lost to the Eagles in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, and that's just how it is, man. That's just how football is, bro. Comes down to that one game. Comes out to, who comes out to play that night.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom line. And that's what that's why I really rock with the NFL playoffs when it comes to that aspect where it's like, one and done. With NBA, we get a lot of value. I love NBA playoffs because we get a lot of NBA playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about NBA playoffs. But with the NBA, it's like this with the 7-game series, it's like you can almost kind of predict who's gonna go in the finals. Because usually the best teams go to the finals. With the exception if there's no injuries or not.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because those years when we were talking when the Warriors and the Cavs are going to the finals, we were saying it. We were like, "Oh, it's gonna be the Warriors and Cavs again," and little did we know, they were in the finals.
Hey man, I don't follow the NFL too much, bro. All I know is that the NBA is sicker, objectively sicker, just because the NFL, 80% of your team's success is on the QB shoulders, whereas the NBA, everybody's like useful. All positions matter.
You said in
know.
NBA,
Yeah, in NBA, all
NFL,
positions
all positions matter too, bro. What makes you
Yeah.
say it doesn't matter?
Because wherever Patrick Mahomes go is gonna be the team that wins it for the next 10 years, bro. People are sleeping on Mahomes, bro. This guy he's just too good, bro. He's just too good. Doesn't matter.
I mean, check this out, because I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. I do rock with Buddy, but here's my thing. Even with Patrick Mahomes, I mean, look what happened with him against Tom Brady that year. And it wasn't just on Tom Brady, but it was because he was missing 3 offensive linemen in that Super Bowl game. And if you don't have a line, if you don't have a defense, it's hard to win the NFL. And remember, that's not you have no factor in that. You have no input on the defensive end. So Patrick Mahomes can't play defense. And they're the 18th. They're the 18th passing offense. Passing defense. And they're going against the Jaguars, I believe. But they do have a good pass rush. So, hey man, but I agree though. I mean, the Chiefs, that's why I have them going to the Super Bowl. But I'm just not telling you who I have winning the Super Bowl. But it's coming out. I say it's coming out of the NFC though. The winner's coming out of the NFC. Feel me?
People might call Patrick Mahomes the Michael Jordan of football. They might call him that one day.
You think they're calling the Michael Jordan of football?
Yeah, they might, bro. They just might because
Not
You
Tom
know,
Brady.
like the thing, he's gonna revolutionize how football is gonna be viewed, because even though offensive linemen are important in football, I just feel like like it's gonna be too hard to outscore what Kansas is gonna do. Like Patrick Mahomes just like that. He's just he's too good. He's just too good. Like I don't know statistics, bro, but I just know he's too good. So it's gonna
Nah,
be tough.
nah, I hear you, bro. Well, yeah, let me close this out, man. We went on it for a little minute, but it's been a good chat though. I thought your guy was gonna pop up though. Will,
Uh,
AK, what
bro
happened to him?
has
You
like
scared?
bro has like 5 kids to take care of. He's at work.
Don't kill me, bro. Don't kill me, bro.
Nah, I hear
No
you though.
cap. No cap.
Hey man, but shout out to the guys, man, coming out and showing support, coming and watching Cash Sports / Cash Media.
Okay.
Once again, we had another great debate topic. We had some, we had a good little debate going, man. So I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to Cash Sports / Cash Media. Like I said, I'm gonna be changing the name in the coming future. I'm just waiting on a little bit because I know I got a little promotion coming up, so I gotta stick with the name. In the meantime, like I said, show support. Thank you guys for tapping into Cash Sports. Love y'all and have a wonderful day. Peace.